That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
That's a good question.
Brandon, you want one quick question?
We can't ask Rashad question.
Hey, Rashad.
Yo. What's up, man? My name is Rashad Milligan. Hitchcock, excuse me, dropped a new album today. I forgot all about it until I seen him say, I dropped a new album today. And I was like, dang. I listened to K3's album, though. And K3's album was very interesting to me. It was. I didn't listen to Ken Carson because I don't listen to Ken Carson. So I'm not going to act like oh yeah, that new Ken hard, bro. Destroy Lonely Heart. But yeah, K3 dropped MeloManiac. And some people said that this was produced, like the entire thing was produced by Pierre Bourne. Like it was a Pierre Bourne / K3 project. I haven't seen her confirm that, but I've seen it from different accounts. I can see the wonderful thing about the internet is you can Google. So I'm going to go ahead and see if this is actually a true thing. It's true. It looks like it's true. No, but they're citing Twitter, though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's true. They're only citing Twitter. I'm trying to see if there's I don't see any like viable sources saying this. And that's not even a diss to K3. It's just K3 didn't even retweet one of the things that said, yo, this is Pierre Bourne's album. And I didn't hear any of his drops in here as well. So that also made me like, what's going on? But regardless, Jordan, what's good? Jordan always stopping by saying what's up, showing some love, man. Shout out to Jordan for sure. But yeah. I'm sorry. I'm getting off track. It's late. I was watching Cadillac Chronicles, so I got kind of thrown off or whatever with my time. But we're here now. The beginning of it. Walk 'Em Down was already out. Alice at Magic was already out. And then so the Goku, Nikki, and Let's Do It, those were, and then Irritated Freestyle. Those were, how many songs are those? 4 songs that I never heard before from her. And they were all like the same K3 sound of just kind of like the aggressive party rock, like I'll fight you music. And I like that. I'm not even gonna lie. And it was like midway through it, thinking of like, okay, if I was to review it, how am I gonna review this and things of that sort. And I was like, I feel like a lot of people, they can't really separate the subgenres of the genre of rap and things of that sort and appreciate things for what they are in the world that they're in. So K3, she makes, like someone else was saying, they were like, y'all hate too much on K3. Y'all hate fun. Like it's just fun. It's fun music. It's party, like mosh pit. Sometimes you just want to rage. Sometimes you just want to hear the guitar and just, sometimes that's just what you want to do. And I feel like K3 does a sensational job of providing that type of party music, fun music, and it sounds good. Like as long as like the beat is good, obviously the beat is kind of like the biggest part of that type of music. But like if the rapper's flowing with the beat within the beat, and beat selection is a talent within itself, I think it's all good to me. But there does come a point where that starts to get a little old. And I'm thinking about what she was saying, what she's been saying lately. She said it when Tyler, the creator, first dropped Chromacopia. And then when she saw Tyler, I think it was either his listening party in LA for Chromacopia or it was his concert, one of his 6 shows in LA or wherever she was for the show. She said, I saw Tyler Creator perform live. I want to be able to do arenas like him one day, but I understand that I have to make a little more personable and real music. And then she kept reiterating that. She was like, I want to be able to make thoughtful and thought-provoking music. So I'm thinking in the back of my mind, like, when is she going to stop this, or when is it going to transition to, is she at least going to attempt to make that, kind of leap or whatever, and just kind of work her way up, like start off doing something that comes across as more thought-provoking and more personal and I hate to say lyrical because people put a negative connotation to it, but lyrical, and then get better from that. Just jump out there, figure it out, rap better, rap better, rap better, and then you'll get there one day. So I was ready to kind of like turn this project off, and then we got to Pretty Like Me, and I don't even know. She might have. This might be kind of on purpose. These lowercase, 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 Nicki's capitalized, Alice and Magic's capitalized, but they're all lowercase. And then these, even though the love you is lowercase, these are kind of a little uppercase, the first and last words of the song. And I don't know, she might have done that on purpose because that's exactly what she did, was what I was talking about, of her taking that chance and jumping to, okay, I'm going to get introspective. I want to be a little more personal in my music. I want to go beyond just partying. I want to actually talk about stuff. And she's talking about it in Pretty Like Me. And it got to the point in the like beginning of They Love You Kind where I was like concerned for her. I was like, oh no, like this kid is depressed. Yeah, man, it's really when artists get very vulnerable, sometimes it can be a scary thing to listen to as a listener, because I don't know, I really digest the lyrics. Like I really, what I'm saying, take them in and things of that sort. So when you're talking about like the only time I ever feel anything in life is when I take these drugs, and yes, I'm successful, but now everybody expects something out of me, and I have to shoulder the weight and the expectation and the financial burdens of an entire family in a city. Like I don't know, it's a lot, bro. It's a lot, and I'm like, geez. And when they go like, if it weren't for music in this blunt, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, geez, that's the only thing holding you together? The song that I'm listening to currently, you writing that and creating that, and the blunt that you're holding in your so what it say if someone came in the studio in the booth, right? And like smacked down your hand with the blunt in it, and then stumped on the blunt and moved their foot to it, putting out the little fire, right? And then pouring water on the mic. Like, then are you like, what I'm saying? Is that the end for you? You know what I'm saying? It's just things like that. True. It just goes back to Will Smith talking about the pursuit of happiness on Drink Champs as the co-star or the star of Drink Pursuit of Happiness. All this stuff, like, if you say if it weren't for this, man, I don't know where I'd be, or not even where I'd be, but if it weren't for this, I'd be gone. I wouldn't be on this earth no more. Like, that's crazy, bro, because everything that we see with our own eyes are fleeting. Everything that we see with our own eyes can be taken away from us at any single given moment. You know what I'm saying? And that shouldn't be something that we just like, you know what I mean? It's scary, bro. So I hope K3 is fine. And if she's not, I hope that, she works her way to becoming okay as a human. This was something like I was at I did a video. I recorded a video on my phone so I wouldn't forget this point. But I went to this show that, the first time I interviewed Anicia a couple of years ago, it was at Underground. It was a little festival. They had Tyler F&J there. Tony Snow was headlining. They had a couple other artists and things that Spook performed for the first time that night. And Dono, she also performed that night. And, it was just a great lineup of underground artists and things of that sort from everywhere, all over the country. And yeah, man, there's a point here. One of the kids, he was up there rapping, and he was rapping about like a heartbreak. And he was like, I ain't left the house in 3 months. I don't even eat at a regular hour anymore. And it was crazy. It's like I just cry and cry when all my homies ain't looking. And then he got off the stage, just smiling, dapping everybody up. I was like, bro, are you okay? And he was laughing. He's like, oh, you talking about that? Yeah, I wrote that song like 6 years ago, bro. Like, Forget that girl. Like clean version. Forget that girl. We moved on in life and things of that sort. And then he saw me at another open mic like a couple months later, and he's like, "Yo, what's up?" And I was like, "Yo," and then he was like, "Yeah, bro. He was like, we already met." I said, "What?" And he said, remember you came up to me and you asked me if I was good. I was like, "Yo," everything like that. We locked in again and stuff like that. Shout out to him, by the way. But yeah. I'm saying all this to say, like, sometimes artists, bro, they just be making me feel like, yo, is you good? Daddy Joe, I think that's her name. It's like DVDDY Joe J-O. She's from Michigan. She lives in Atlanta now. She does a lot of cosplay content and stuff like that. Like uh she's into that anime world and stuff. And so I listen to her music because she makes music too. And on the surface, it was like, okay, this is an abstract, like poetry, kind of free form type of spoken word over some gothic dark beats. Okay, cool. And then you get deeper into her catalog, and it's like, geez, is this what you thinking? Like she was like, I just, it's like some violent stuff. And it kind of reminds you of like J. Cole when he said, anybody is all you gotta do is push them to the limps. Guess not. Last night we pulled up in that's not the words. I mixed the words up, but you get the gist of it. Yeah. But Pretty Like Me and They Love You Kind, these are my two favorite songs on the album because I felt like she tried something new. She tried something different. And she wasn't scared to. It might have been a little fear by putting them at the back of the album instead of the front of the album. She gave them what they wanted at the beginning of the album. Hey, K3, I was stopping, no, I was okay, then I was in BK3, like that. That's our whole like thing. Like we get it, we got it, signed, sealed, delivered. But yeah, man, these last two, I rock with them for sure. She took a chance, and that's something that she wants to do. And I'm all for artists making music that they want to make. Like if you got on with trap, if you got on with some screamo music, but you want to make some introspective rapping, and you want to start from there and start from the bottom of that side of rap, of that subgenre, and build your way up, you can become a loop rapper. Like Dalen Gideon's a loop rapper right now, but 10 years ago, he was making trap music. It was balling like a piston every time. Like change calling, I'm calling to go. Like that's what he was rapping about. And now it's like, I don't even pay for rent. I got an old mortgage. I do my due. I pay my bills on time. All my homies bossed up. We in Vaseline. No, I mean Vaseline like Italy. Like that's how he raps now. And it's like you can change and rebrand at any moment you want to. Earl Sweatshirt always kind of rap in the way that he raps, but like he changed his entire sound after some rap songs. After like discovering Mike up in New York, right? So I don't know. I'm all for that. I rock with it. K3, keep doing your thing. I'm not gonna rate this album yet because I just listened to it once, and I was like, it's currently like 2 a.m. Central. I probably listened to the album like 11 a.m. Central. So it's been a whole almost day. So I definitely want to give it another listen and kind of sit with it some more before rating it. I haven't even rated I did kind of rate Saba's last joint. But it was the same thing. I didn't have enough time with it to like just full on give it a rating and stuff. And I'm going to listen to Tay's tomorrow, so I'll probably come back with a K3 and Tay rating. Don't hold me to it, but yeah. All in all, I listened to a couple other songs. I listened to the Lil Baby Quavo song, a couple different other songs. All in all, I still haven't heard a song since I listened to this one released yet. And that's that dang Jalen Josie, bro. New Girl. Oh my gosh. I listened to it like probably like 5 times a day. Imagine Jalen making it. Like she probably listened to it like 80 times a day before it was released. Love that song. Shout out to Jalen Josie, bro. Like I said, song of the summer. Trust me. Just wait for it. I wish there was stock in music. Like, because I probably make some money. That sounded very, very arrogant. I apologize. I'm sorry, Mom. That wasn't humble me. Sorry, Jesus.
That's for losers, man. I don't get involved in that stuff, but.
Angel Rashad Milligan rolling out.
Brandon,
We
you want one quick
can't
question?
ask Rashad a question.
Hey, Rashad.